let's actually talk Brits. Yes, this is a room for R&B pod, so of course we have to talk about the best R&B act, because it's a category that is disgraced a lot at the Brits. From being lumped in with other genres, I think there was a time where it was best pop, R&B, and pop.
Dua Lipa was in there.
And Dua Lipa was in there, and Cat Burns was in there, and
what sense?
It like Harry Styles was in there at some point.
What sense, man?
And then we moved into, it was best R&B / soul, I think last year it was, or something like that.
Yeah.
And Ray won it. And now we have this year best R&B act. And let's look at the nominees. I'm gonna read the nominees out, and then let's talk about who we think is gonna win and what we also think about the nominees. This year's nominees are Jim Legacy, K1, Mabel, Sasha Keeble, and Salt. Now, just to preface this, the eligibility criteria for a genre-specific award at the Brits is that an artist has to have had an official UK charts top 40 album or single. When you look at that list, however, and if we're looking at just the official UK, Sasha and K1 did not hit the official UK. They hit like the R&B and hip hop. Actually, Sasha didn't. K1 hit the R&B one. But it just goes to show that perhaps they have thrown away the rule book when it comes to this year's R&B, but still got it so wrong.
You know what I think the problem is? So the problem with the Brits, right, is there is no infrastructure for R&B here in the UK. As in, it's still in its infancy, right? And so then you try to put this category in an awards system, or a system that has years and years of infrastructure, and then all of a sudden you're trying to get like this genre to marry up into this system. It doesn't make any sense. The criteria will never make sense. So people like O'Deal and Flo, who've had to go on the other side of the pond and be very successful, can't get a UK top number in the top 40 because the infrastructure isn't there. But they can go to the States and be big. Same with LMA. LMA won a Grammy before she won a Brit. It doesn't make any sense. So for me, I just think this category is bullshit until they just want to take it for what it is. Like it's not up here with like rock and pop and folk and whatever other genre you man are like bigging up in your industry over here. You've got to see it for the way it is and the infancy that it's at before you start putting people in. So for one, Mabel should never be in there.
She did drop.
Mabel should never be in there.
Did drop.
Would you have put it
I like vitamins.
Would you have put
no, as in like her song, I like her song Vitamins.
Would you have put it in the best R&B act for 2026 Brits?
No, I would not.
Creatine.
No, but I
what vitamins? What else is there?
Honestly, she dropped some R&B songs in the last year, the year before that.
I do
She
feel
don't
bad
deserve to be in there.
But I feel like that's, unfortunately, she's become collateral for a bigger problem. Like, I feel like the exactly what you said, Ricardo. The problem is we are trying to measure R&B the same.
And it can't.
It can't. It needs.
Not yet.
It's not there yet.
It needs time to grow here.
Yeah.
Over there it makes sense, but here doesn't. We can't do it.
But that's what the issue is because I was saying beforehand, that R&B is still a niche in the UK, kind of, because like the UK love off 2000s R&B tune. They love off it. They'll run to the floor with their hair what's love, and they're in the shanty and jump. They love all that. But when it comes to like newer R&B or traditional R&B, they don't really like that. It's not culturally arting, so it makes sense. And like I said, there's no infrastructure for it. No. The only problem is like the Brits can't. We're being celebrated in like such big numbers. Other places we can't allow just the Grammys and maybe like the Billboard Awards to celebrate our artists, and we can't do it ourselves. So I feel like when it comes to R&B, they need to, like you say, change the rules a little bit.
100%.
100%.
A little bit.
100%.
I don't think it should be to do with the charting and stuff. I feel like it should be, it should tweak it a little bit for R&B.
I wonder what the MOBO criteria is for R&B. Nah, Ricardo, why are you creasy?
Does MOBO have a criteria? Can we talk? Does MOBO even have a criteria, or did they just decide that I'm just gonna pick?
No,
I'm just gonna pick whoever I feel like this year.
They have, because I'm on the academy, and yes, can I even say this? They have a long list of artists that they think they think should be nominated, and then the academy votes out of the long list in like a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth in order, and then that goes to whoever, and then there's like an inner academy who picks
Overarching.
between- yeah, and then some awards are fan voted.
Yeah.
Some awards aren't. And
But is there a criteria for, or is it like
be eligible
Yeah, to be
anyways.
eligible.
criteria, I think it's just a 1st of September to the 1st of September for that year. But I don't know how they pick
that long list? How that long list is made?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but yeah.
Nele, what do you think about the nominations this year for the best R&B act?
I think it was interesting. I don't think it entirely made sense. I think Mabel being there, I honestly didn't even know Mabel was still making music. I'll be honest.
I'm there with you as well.
Yeah,
bro.
so seeing her name there, I was like,
It's like,
hold
what?
on, I haven't
How?
had her since her and Kojo Fun, so I was like, okay.
Oh, my friend said that too.
Yeah,
Damn.
okay.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Jim Legacy being there, same thing. I was confused because he doesn't make R&B. Like he hasn't made R&B. He's therefore got some kind of influence in there from R&B, but
Not enough to be in
far
there.
from
Yeah.
R&B.
Yeah.
Far from R&B. So even that confused me. But the rest, I heard it like so. It's more soulful than it is R&B. But I hear why they put that in there. Sasha and K1, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Yeah,
It's like-
must can
I
be.
think if they didn't put Sasha and K1 in there and had someone,
Yeah.
So who else could they put
Yeah,
in there?
if
though?
they,
yeah,
That's
if
the
they
bit
like-
came
I
out
don't
with
know.
the Brits this year and didn't put K1, didn't
Yeah,
put Sasha,
I don't know what.
it would have gone. People would have gone crazy.
yeah.
But
Like-
and they didn't put Odile, people are going crazy. They didn't
Yeah,
put Flo,
yeah,
people
yeah,
are-
yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I
not so
agree
much
with
Flo, it's
them,
actually Elmeen that people are saying.
Yeah.
Elmeen should have been in there. And Flo
Because
should have been there.
I think with Flo, they are R&B, but I can imagine, like you said, with like an infrastructure and so on, I can imagine they look at Flo maybe more like pop than R&B. I don't know how they would, but I can imagine they might look at Flo more like pop, girl group, and their music is R&B, but they're
They have poppy songs.
they have poppy
Fly
songs
Girl
in
is a
it.
pop song.
Yeah, so
But their DNA is R&B.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
take
yeah,
out
yeah.
R&B, then
But-
there's no flow.
but the
Yeah.
people that are deciding that aren't us.
It
you know
gives
what I mean?
lazy.
So,
That's the
It
problem.
does
That's-
give
that's- it
lazy.
gives
I don't know if
lazy.
it's
It
lazy
does.
or unaware and they don't care.
Yeah.
It might be
Lazy
they're
too.
unaware
That-
and
yeah, it's ignorance,
well,
innit?
it's like it's such a
Here you
small
go, you got
little
this.
You know what I
You
mean?
got
Like,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
that
yeah,
is.
you never
Like,
had that 3 years
I feel
ago.
like
Yeah,
really
yeah.
and truly,
They did dash
the
Mabel in there.
Brits needs to be the academy to be like, yo, alright, cool. This is a new emerging genre.
Yes.
We need to now bring
People who
that
know.
Exactly,
I agree.
exactly,
like a Trevor
exactly.
Nelson,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a Chucky,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like a relic, Ricardo, Melissa, Maya, here at Room for R&B.
People actually, you know what I mean? People actually
Exactly.
know what's going on in R&B.
Exactly.
Talk to them, and then
Yeah.
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 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Start
I think
Exactly.
if they had, like Rella said, I think if they had people who are in that space, pick their, like how the Mobiles had a list, pick their list maybe of, I don't know, 10, 20 people, however long their list, and then maybe those people that are part of the Brits committee or whatever decided out of that list, then maybe it could have made more sense. I don't even know for sure if maybe would on that list like.
If not,
Yeah,
no,
so-
if the respect
yeah,
if
so
they had actually done
I think
due
if,
diligence.
like,
There's that.
the fact that
Do you
there's
know what I mean?
nobody I
Do
know that
some
would put her
research.
on the list.
I just feel
yeah.
like that's just like an industry play, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm connected a certain way. I respect
yeah,
the
you
label,
know, like
whatever.
each label does
Yeah.
the
Do you know,
Brits.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. It's
It might
okay,
be
we,
Universal
all right,
this year,
we
so
got to
it's
get
like,
one of our
yeah.
artists in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a
Yeah.
give and take, and we understand that's the game.
But
we understand that's the game.
I would like to believe that with all the controversy this year, they might make
Nope.
some kind of. I'd like to believe maybe there'll be better choices next year, but
I
You
would
would
like to hope so.
yeah, I'd like to.
I'm hopeful for it. I feel like there are certain people speaking about the topic. A lot of people speaking about the topic.
Yeah.
But there's certain people speaking about the topic that I feel like some people will see and be like,
We need to change something.
Yeah,
like I'm hopeful for it.
yeah.
I think
I'm optimistic.
Optimistic. That's
there
the
must
word.
can be because what the Grammys are tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Flow are quite literally up for best progressive R&B album. They've just done a tribute for Mariah Carey and Brandy, which we're going to talk about. But yet their own home country
Same with LMA.
doesn't want to. It's dark.
Same with LMA.
because if they won a Grammy, and
They're not even Brit nominated.
it looks
That was
very
LMA's
bad
life.
on the Brit.
That was LMA's
Yeah.
life.
So, I don't know if they care. Hopefully they do.
Yeah, hopefully they come like they do, and they come back and they keep, building what they're building. But go where you're loved. Honestly, in this life, go where you're loved.
Yeah.
It's literally that.
Go where you're
'Cause
appreciated.
what should they do? Just stay here and die?
No, honestly, I'd not get any award and just
Nothing,
wait.
no recognition.
None.